Alright, it's time for some more fun builds in Super Auto Pets in Arena. This one is a Tiger Badger build, but it's not just one Tiger Badger, it is double Tiger Badger for twice the fun. Tiger Badger is actually a pretty decent strat, it turns out. It activates the Badger ability twice, of course, and if you have a level 2 Badger, you're typically killing whatever's at the front, so if there's a really strong unit at the front, it's a pretty good counter to that. And then the tiger will just kind of make it so it sacrifices the tiger, but you might also kill a second good unit, and then the rest of their team might be really bad, so then hopefully you can kind of win from there. I don't think it's like an actually insane strategy that's not like OP or anything, it's just worth going for sometimes, and it's definitely one of the more fun strategies. I think Badger in general is probably close to A or S tier as far as like animals in the game. It's probably one of the things that like you pretty much always take, at least on turns like 5. The game randomly froze here. I'm not really sure why. It fixed itself though, so not really a problem. It's really up there with Ox though. There are some really good tier 3s, mostly Turtle, Ox, and Badger, but just the fact that those 3 units are so insanely good makes tier 3 just really worth trying to level into. And so you just want to get as many level 2s on turns 3 and 4 as possible to get those early tier 3s. I think it's better to get an early tier 3 rather than wait till turn 5 to get an early tier 4, just because of the value. Like the early tier 4s aren't really super amazing. Like the best tier 4 is usually Penguin, but most of the time you don't have a ton of level 2s when you're getting a level up, but it's still pretty good. And then the other tier 4s that are pretty good, you can get an early Deer that will usually win some games. And an early Skunk is usually okay as well, since Skunk's just overall a pretty good unit. You can see I'm going for Badgers here. We got an early Giraffe, which I ended up having double Giraffe, so the Giraffe buffed the Giraffe. It's pretty interesting. Giraffe is a pretty good tier 3. I wouldn't say it's like, you can maybe take it on turn 5. I wouldn't take it otherwise. Like on turn 6, I think it's a little too late. But if you have room for it, why not go for it? So in a lot of these games, I just have I have a Badger in the back without honey, so there's not actually a way to win. It's just really for drawing, because I wanted to go to late game to get the Tiger Badger and scale the Badger as much as I could. And in order to really cause a draw, I even give it Melon Armor, so I just switched the position so that or I give Melon Armor to the Cricket. Apparently I've forgotten what I've done. I think I also give Melon Armor to the Badger. Melon Armor on the Badger is actually pretty good as well. Like if you're playing in a versus lobby and you're just trying to survive, because winning isn't really that important, like you don't really care about decreasing the lives too much. I will take honey if like I have nothing else to spend the gold on, but typically just having the Badger in the back is fine. You don't even need to spend 3 gold, because like it's just not worth it. You could level something else up or roll 3 times, and that might be better off than just whatever buying the honey would do. There is the chance that like they also have a honey badger, so you would trade, but yeah, you can go for it sometimes, don't always have to go for it. Here I put the Badger in the front, so we already have double Badger, and then I put a weak unit second. A lot of people put just Badgers only in the back, but it can definitely work to put a weak unit second and just sacrifice the turtle. It's not really a big deal because you're not losing out too much, and you pretty much get 2 attacks from the Badger, which is pretty nice. And if they happen to have like Melon Armor or something, you're going to break that and then also hit them with the attack still, so that can be pretty good. And now I just need to find a way to scale these Badgers. So obviously the 2 main ways are Penguin and Monkey. Later on I guess you could go like Cat as well, or even Dragon, but Dragon fills up a lot of space and it'd be kind of rough I think to go with Dragon scaling. Unless if I found a Dragon on turn 9, I usually don't go for turn 11 Dragons in Arena. In Versus, it might be a bit of a different story, but Dragon is still pretty risky to go for, and it's going to be nerfed in the upcoming patch, so it should be pretty interesting to see how the meta changes. With the nerf Dragon, it won't affect Arena too much, but they're also nerfing Monkey, they're nerfing T-Rex, so just a little bit less reliance. I mean, it's mostly going to be Penguin scaling. I kind of said this in the balance changes, and they still haven't released the test server update, so we're still waiting on that. And here, of course, we draw. We're going to draw a lot of games here with this Badger in the back, and I get the level 2 Badger, which is pretty nice. And I believe I'm just rolling for a monkey now. On like turns 9 and 10 especially, just rolling hard is usually pretty good, just because like you can find chocolate and you can find monkeys, and chocolate is just so good in this game that it's definitely worth rolling for certain things on rounds 9 to 10, since that's your best odds of finding chocolate before you unlock those tier 6 food items, steak, 1-up, and melon. So you know your odds are slightly decreased to find chocolate. And even like the badger at the front just tanking the hit, or just causing it to hit the cricket and not kill it, not even that big of a deal. You can see it. I don't think it mattered too much, but now that it's level 2, it's going to deal double damage. So I even sold giraffe, even though it's so good in stats, and decided to go with the tiger. And now I make sure I put the penguin there because it's going to kill the 2 things behind it. It's going to deal 20 damage to 1 unit, and then it's going to deal 10 to another. And you can see it just kills their hippo there, and their whole team was pretty much just that hippo. So I actually just managed to draw there. This really counters penguin scaling. They're not penguin scaling, monkey scaling. There's actually a lot of ways to counter monkey scaling nowadays, and here I get the classic cow cat. That's pretty nice, and I decided to put the strongest one in front. That way it actually will kill whatever is in front. And just buying pizza. Makes sense. It's not really necessary to go to level 3 badger, since most of the time level 2 will kill anything. And got pretty lucky that the scorpion, you can see the tiger is just, it's crazy. It kills so much on the screen. It just wipes out like the entire half of the board or something. And here I decided to give it a 1-up just because I decided, you know what, I want to start winning. And a 1-up is even better than honey badger, because when it dies, instead of spawning just the honeybee, it spawns another badger, which will again activate its faint attack. So if they happen to have like a rooster in the back or something, you can maybe kill their chick and cause a draw or something like that. It's not like super important to get a 1-up, but it will help me win. So I can't go too late game with only draws. They have a 50-50 there. Does not matter. The tiger badger just absolutely destroys it. And I also have the level 2 tiger, so now we're dealing 54 damage twice. Just an insane amount of damage. And for some reason I decided to go for level 3 badger anyway, because why not? And then get the cow scaling going. Kind of evenly distribute, so I have 2 strong badgers, and then I go another badger. So triple badger. It's already turn 14, still need 4 more wins. And now's the time when like sometimes the good teams will start finishing arena. What just happened there? I don't even remember. That's like, that needed to be slowed down. There's just so much going on there. But the badger ability is just triggering like crazy. And I get another badger here. And so I can go for level 3 badger, even though again it's not really necessary. It looks better for the thumbnail, you know? You gotta think about this stuff. Not really. And the only scaling I have is a cat, but it's probably good enough for arena. We already have pretty decent stats. I decided to slow it down. It does kill a 16-15 of my own, but not really a huge deal. And this badger kills that swan, and then still have this badger left. So things are looking pretty good, right? Like, what could possibly go wrong? I just want to get another level 2 badger, I guess, and also just looking for good food. I can buy this pizza. Pizza's, you know, the best stats, even though it is random. But it's just like buying pizza with cat. If you have like a level 2 cat, then it's actually just like enough scaling to get your units to kind of 50-50 pretty quickly. It does. The dolphin snipes my badger, which kills my cat, and now I just have only 3 units, and all of them get sniped by the snake, which is a little unfortunate. So this is a loss right here. This tiger badger obviously isn't going to work against everything, but against like just strong front-loaded teams, it's very good, and I would recommend at least trying out the tiger badger strategy. It's pretty fun. And now I can go for a level 3 in the front. There we go. I got it. And it's getting close to 50-50. You don't even need to max out the stats. Like, the most health that any unit can have is 70, 50 plus the 20 from the melon armor. So you only need 35 attack to really make sure you kill everything with a level 2 badger. And here we go. Another kind of front-loaded team with their 50-50 second. It's also nice that you kill not only the first thing, but we can trade and then kill the next 2 things and kill 3 of their team. And the skunk you think would make a huge difference here, but it doesn't because of the extra badger ability, and we managed to win that one. So now I'm on 9 wins. I just need one more. Like, what could go wrong here? You know, this team's looking pretty good. We got a level 3, and now, of course, we've got to go with the double Tiger Badger. It just looks so great, and we have 2 level 3s. The only thing is the last Tiger is level 1, but still, it looks so good, doesn't it? I love this team. And what could go wrong? Well, it's not this team, it's the next one. Getting a little bit ahead of myself, but this round, we trade, and then we're gonna kill both their bison and their fish, which is the majority of their team, and then 126 damage. It's funny to see those numbers, 81 damage there, and then it ends up being a draw because they also have a badger. So that didn't quite work out how I wanted to. But here, the very last round, it's pretty interesting. I could have gone for 50 attack on the front badger. Instead, I just decide to get it, stick with 46. It's not like it actually needs it. It just would look better to have 50-50, just for the satisfaction. Okay, just kidding. This isn't the last round. I guess I draw this one as well. I can't even remember my own videos. I don't know if I should like actually watch this beforehand or if I should just like wing it like I am right now. And this is why you have a 1-up on the badger, be in case they have this B, and we are able to tie again because of the 1-up. Now surely this is the last round, right? I do manage to get it to 48.50. That's like close enough, right? And chocolates and pizza. Don't really need to like do anything with the chocolate. I guess like level 2 tiger, but I could even sell cat at this point if I needed to and get another badger. That's a little too ambitious, but look at this team. We got croc, parrot, tiger. I don't think I've ever seen this team in arena, and it's just absolutely insane that I ran into it when I was trying to go for this build. And it perfectly counters what I'm trying to go for. It's a 50-47 crocodile, just completely destroys my team. And there we go. It doesn't actually end up working out for me. This is a pretty good strategy, but maybe not on turn 20 and against this specific build. It's still a lot of fun though. And that's it. Yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.